Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Yeah. Jones. Hey. Greg Deville was at it, man. Hey. If you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Greg Deville help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help.
In the studio, that's right. We're going in today. Today is the day, Thursday. Hot 702.5 FM. You're listening to the Greg Deville Let's Talk Real Estate show. Every Thursday right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're talking about real estate and creating wealth through equity. That's right. We're having fun. I see my guest bobbing over there, loving the song. Good afternoon to you, everyone. Beautiful day. Expect a little overcast, but nonetheless, a beautiful day in the city. We are having fun helping families create that wealth through equity. We want to continue to share great information with you and giving you the opportunity to start creating that ownership. Listen, I have some great news. As of right now, they are in a meeting right here in Las Vegas with the state of Nevada funding. We're expecting a rollout of $42 million strong in some grant funding that's available. We are excited about it. Listen, here's the great news, and we're going to do it on my tomorrow show. This information that I want to share with you is that this funding is going to help first-time owners, first-time home buyers, watch this, with up to $29,000. Now, guess what? You will need a little skin in the game, meaning that you will have to have at least $7,500 available towards this program funding. Okay, now here's the great news. It'll match you times 4. So your $7,500, guess what? It comes up to $29,000. So now listen, I've been giving away $25,000, but this one is even better because you'll be able to put a little skin in the game. For those of you who, have a little money down, you don't quite have enough. But the advantage is we can layer these with other programs. So we can, in many cases, get your closing costs covered. There's so much opportunity with this. You got to get up here and tell a friend. Greg Deville, the money man, is at it again. Got more money. I'm always searching for new funding. We were fortunate enough to be blessed with Channel 13 News. They did a special show on my wife and I for Black History Month. This was phenomenal. We were live on location. They said, look, we heard about Deville Realty in town and your name was chosen, your company. Now, we're a black-owned firm, right? We're the largest black-owned real estate firm in the state of Nevada. not in worldwide, but the state of Nevada, we're the largest black-owned firm. The great news to that is we were nominated as, to get selected, should I say, for this newscast. We're going to play it a little bit later on. Let me invite my guest on. Our guest today is coming out of Chicago, and we've got him live right now. He's in the studio. The guest, Mr. Marcus Carter, offers a unique lens into the wealth building strategies. Let me welcome my guest, Mr. Marcus Carter. Good afternoon, sir, or should I say evening in Chicago. How you doing, brother?
Greg, I got to figure out, how do I get it now? I need theme music. I need my superhero theme music you have for your show. You just set the bar just in the opening. Like, I'm sitting there, okay.
I saw you. Your phone is kind of going in and out. I don't know if it's me or you. My engineer is working on a little bit. It's you. Okay, it's him. Okay. All right. You're getting a little in and out on me there. But go ahead. Let me hear you now. Let me see if you're clear. Okay, can you hear me?
Are we ready? Somebody trying to hold us back from having this conversation?
Oh,
yes,
you sound clear now. Okay, now you're good. But no, yeah, that intro, brother, my engineer was actually saying, so I have a gospel artist here locally in Las Vegas who is a good friend of mine. I said, man, I need a theme song. I need something that rings Greg Deville, right? He says, man, I got you. He said, I've been listening to your show. I know what you do. You build wealth and making money for your family and yourself. And when he said, tune in, we're here to help. I said, man, make that happen. And so, yeah, man, that's fun. I saw you bobbing over there, man. You bobbing and weaving. Marcus?
Yeah, well, I like to think that I get around the block a little bit and I get a chance to hit the circuit. But every now and then, somebody got to set up and you just kind of invite into their world. Background is in theater, so that fourth wall of being invited into a movie or being invited into a scene or a vibe, I dig it. So you want to tap from where they are, they enter your show, you can properly absorb the information. That's how you do it.
That's it, man. We're having fun. My engineer is going to speak to you in a moment. They're going to have you log out, I believe, and we're going to log you back in, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to proceed forward. Just stay tuned for my engineer. We're having a little technical difficulty, okay? But we're going to get you right back on the show in just a moment. But in the meantime, Las Vegas, listen. So as we are approaching this new money, $29,000 per household, you have to be a first-time buyer. You have to make sure that in your first-time buyer, you have not owned a home in the last 3 years. Now, if you lost a home, deed in lieu, foreclosure, what have you, understand, as long as it's longer than 3 years. Now, I've been saying this for the past 6 years. Well, I've been on years. It'll be my 8th year on radio now, but I've been saying it for probably 9 years. First-time buyers, anyone who has not owned a home in the last 3 years. Now, I specialize, and many of you hear it on the program, I specialize with no money down programs, right? It's not predicated that you're broke, busted, or disgusted. You can have some money, but if you qualify for the program, the funding is available to everyone. If you can qualify, you can get the funding. You don't have to show a depleted bank account. You don't have to show that you're in desperate, dire need. It's predicated on FICO score, debt ratios. Okay, those are important, and of course the work history. Okay, so again, 702-787-7559, 702-787-7559. Greg Deville, Team Deville Realty Group. Our guest, Mr. Marcus Carter, is going to be calling us back in. But listen, we are excited to continue to share more information with you. Now, don't forget, our homebuyer education is every second Saturday of each month. And as we're continuing to grow those classes, we have had phenomenal year-end classes. I mean, the December, the beginning of the year, February. These classes have been swole, man. They have been 30, 40 people in the class. And I am excited to be able to continue my legacy of teaching homeownership in the community. Now, we're not just, black-owned based company as far as when it comes to buying and selling. We're across the board. Anyone could come to the class. The class is open for everyone. So take the opportunity, register. Now, to register for that class is 702-515-4100. 702-515-4100. 4100 is the number to call to register for the class. Now, also, those of you who are interested in selling your home because you're on a notice of default, you're having some issues with your mortgage, the farther you get behind, the more that comes out of your pocket. So if you're 6 months behind and your mortgage is $2,000, let me tell you something. You're out of what, $12,000. It only gets more, and then you got late fees on top of that. So guess what? As you continue to get behind, it's going to hurt your bottom line number. So let's sell your home and save your equity. Because remember, those late fees will be deducted from your profit and loss statement. All right. So want to keep the 702.5 in there. All right. There we go. Good deal. All right. Mr. Marcus Carter, do we have you back in the studio, sir?
I surely hope so. We're only here for a limited time. I want to make sure we get to as many golden nuggets as we possibly can.
All right. Well, we're back. Well, so again, Marcus, we are... but you hear me fine, right, Marcus?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a little bit of a delay in there. Let me ask you this question. I know you can hear it, so we're going to move forward. Can you tell us about your background and how you got started as an entrepreneur?
Well, specifically as it pertains to real estate, the real estate was my doorway into entrepreneurship. Like most people, I saw the gravy train of what was the fix and flip. So this is kind of right after the recession. Get in that area, and you want to take advantage of those things. The best advice that I ever got, a friend of mine's mom was a mortgage broker, and she said, go get your real estate license and figure everything out along the way. Most importantly, from coming from one of those rich dad, poor dad seminars and being able to, but not having that on the ground know-how, but having that driving motivation in your head to say like, okay, I know I can do something with real estate. The barriers to entry aren't there. And I'm seeing everybody around me kind of get a piece of the pie. So once I kind of got into that and I learned as much as I could, the entrepreneurship came from, okay, how do I turn this into a mechanism where I can then go share this information, specifically with people that look just like us.
All right. Good stuff. Marcus, I'm still having a little bit of a delay. So here's what we're going to have you do. I'm going to have you call in the studio. My engineer is going to give you, because we're having a delay here. Oh. I've already said, and then the word finally gets to you. So it's going to be a tough interview. But we could do it on phone. And yeah, let's converse that way, okay? I don't know what that signal is today that's delaying. So she'll give you the number to call in. So in the meantime, I'm going to just speak until we get back. Come right back, okay? All right, Las Vegas. So yeah, we're on live with our guest, Marcus Carter. We're having some technical difficulties, weather related, just some challenges right now. But nonetheless, we're going to move forward in our endeavor to interview Mr. Marcus Carter, right out of Chicago, Illinois. I don't know if their weather is bad. I know our weather's shady. But nonetheless, we want to continue our interview. What we're talking about as well, when we talk real estate, we're talking about a wealth mindset conference. We're putting on April 16th, the Wealth Mindset Conference. Very, very exciting. We are so excited to Marcus Carter being one of our great guests that we're going to have so much fun with. He is so powerful, and that brother's anointed for what he talks about. I mean, he's gifted because he's been down, much like some of our other guests we've had on the last few weeks, Mr. Will Roundtree and so many others are anointed for what they do. And they can speak to you directly because it's a personal thing. It's not just a book, not something we read, not something we're hoping to get off the ground. Many of these are war stories that we've come through the ranks, right? We've roughed our elbows. I've got ugly elbows. That's because I've been in the trenches, right? Many of us, and some of these that are, well, let me just say, most of everyone that has been added to the conference have been hand selected. I have personally heard their stories, and I think their stories make so much impact. And it did in my own personal life. And I'm always wanting to share impact with others to encourage them to proceed to another level, right? We don't want to just see you where you are. It's a new year. It's still early in the year. I'm excited about this time of the year for you and many. Okay, so let's continue to talk to Mr. Marcus Carter. All right, sir. There you are. So we're moving right along. All right. Everything well? Marcus? We're patched in.
Marcus Carter.
There you are. Marcus Carter.
Accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
All right. Marcus, we got you back. There you are. Not patched in yet. All right. We're going to work it out. So the Wealth Mindset Conference, once again, is April 16th. It's going to be at the Red Rock Hotel and Casino. The cost, general admission $149, the overall cost $249. Listen, there's expenses that go along with the conference. As many of you know, let's not even sugarcoat that thing. We're at the Red Rock, and it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do to make it happen. So, again, all right, Marcus Carter, good afternoon again, sir.
I think we got it this time, Greg.
I think you sound strong, man. You sound strong. That's right. I'm happy for you. Listen, man, so again, thank you for tuning in with us today, man. We were laughing about my intro song, and I saw you on the camera. You was going in, man. I thank you for liking my song.
Definitely. I feel like you set the bar with the song. But like if you're doing it, you need to have the theme music. Every superhero needs a theme music.
Superhero, okay, all right, superhero. Good stuff. Hey, Marcus, let me ask you this: how do you stay ahead of the competition and continue to innovate within your industry? What's your skill set on that?
Really, I think it boils down to a couple of things. First and foremost, having a passion about what it is that you're doing. Especially when it comes to real estate, but not only just real estate, but how a person might build wealth through real estate.
Yeah.
And being able to take in that information, process it, and figure out how can I give it back to somebody else. So with that kind of being my passion from the beginning, you have that healthy curiosity that says, okay, what more can I learn? How much easier can I make it? Specifically with my business, with how it was started, in my niche. So I deal with a lot of Black entrepreneurs, people from our own backyard, and it forces you to be creative, similar to like I heard you at the beginning of the show, being able to keep your ear to the ground as far as legislation, banking programs, things that might make it easier for people to either access home ownership or start delving into creating their own portfolio to ultimately lead to building wealth.
Man, you know, I'm glad to meet a brother as yourself who, much like me, have a passion for real estate. I want to play something for you. We were chosen by one of our local news channels here in town, and I want you to hear. And I thought this was they actually caught this part of what I said, and it was so important to me when they made a statement. And I'll let you hear the show. It's a 3-minute spot, but I wanted you to hear the news broadcast. They gave us a 6 p.m. and a 6 a.m. spotlight for a Black-owned business in Black History Month. So if you heard that we're the largest Black-owned firm in the state of Nevada, they honored us for being a Black-owned business and thriving in this industry. So as soon as the engineer gets it up, here we go. I'll let you listen to it.
Well, no, before that even comes on, congratulations on that. Wow.
Vegas Realty Group is making its mission to help people with their goals of home ownership. At the same time, it's also trying to increase the number of Black homeowners.
So as part of our continuing Black History Month coverage, 13 Action News anchor Joe Moeller meets with Deville Realty to talk about, or Realty rather, to talk about their work in the Las Vegas market.
Take a look at rooms. We can go out to the pool. Yeah, no, we can go out.
For some, real estate can be intimidating.
Kiddos can have a ball while you relax.
Marquetta Deville is showing this home in the Northwest Valley area of Providence.
I love real estate.
The Las Vegas native is a realtor at Deville Realty Group.
I grew up right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the historic West Las Vegas.
Her realty group has a goal.
I feel like everybody deserves a piece of the American dream.
They don't simply help people sell and buy homes, but to help people realize home ownership is possible.
And then some people just have a limited belief in home ownership. Their parents didn't own a home. Their grandparents didn't own a home, so they just don't believe they can own a home. It's probably 8.
Another big goal of theirs is to help people in the African American community.
One of our main goals in our company in general is creating wealth through equity. And by that, we would like to bridge the gap in home ownership for African American in the Black culture in Nevada.
U.S. Census Bureau statistics show that in 2022, around 75% of white households own their homes, compared to roughly 47% of Black households owning their homes. The Deville Realty Group wants to change that.
So my goal is to teach the community is to get equity for yourself.
Greg Deville is Marquetta's husband, a real estate broker and founder of Deville Realty Group.
When we talk about the Black community and homeownership, we have missed so much opportunity. And I feel it's important that I get into giving back the opportunity and making people aware that home ownership is attainable.
He says if people don't have ideal credit or a down payment, Deville Realty Group offers a homeowner education class every second Saturday of the month. Courses to get first-time home buyers on a path to actually buying a home.
We have been doing this for 6 years now, teaching the community about home ownership, giving them the knowledge of what it takes to be a homeowner.
He and Marquetta say, despite what many say, it is still a good time to buy in the Las Vegas market.
They just need that person like myself or one of our other agents in the company to say, yes, you can.
That was Joe.
So yeah, and what I want to say about that, because it was much longer of a interview, right? But they cut out certain parts on the interview. But when they stated something that really blessed me, they said they don't just focus on selling homes. Their passion goes deeper. And when I hear you talk, your passion, for real estate, because in any business, you must have a passion for it, right? My engineer owns her own radio station here. One of the reasons she does it because she has the passion for it, right? And I know when you start sometimes in something, it doesn't always pay. Sometimes it just covers its own expense, But they stated a point, and I really enjoy hearing that, was we don't just focus on buying and selling homes. It's more than that. It's seeing people. That's one of the reasons the Wealth Mindset Conference was even established, was to see people come out of that box, right? Just a 9 to 5. My last guest, Marcus, guess what? He had to get the company went out of business on him. But it pushed him to a millionaire status. Like for you said, man, I got passion for this thing. And so when you talk about staying ahead of the competition, but you said an operative word, is passion. Very powerful. Very powerful, man. So can you talk about your leadership style, how you motivate and manage your team that works with you? Tell us about that.
Obviously, it takes a little bit of grace. But kind of taken from the interview that I just saw with you and your wife, something stood out to me. The use of the word equity, because we're so used to just thinking about equity in sense of real estate by itself, but like having equity in ourselves, as well. Mm-hmm. So when you talk about like leadership style, first internally, I have to define what's a win for me. Mm-hmm. Like, do I get a win? Like watching that gentleman like walk through with your wife, and as he's looking at the different rooms, he's looking like he's surprised that he's able to buy something like that. Right. So being able to like redefine what a win is for you will help you when you're working with your staff and when you're working with your clients. Right. Being able to say, okay, what I'm really trying to get out of this is to be able to help more people be able to understand real estate, understand how they can leverage it, understand how they can build wealth with it. If that's your win, it'll trickle down to how you deal with everybody that's around you, because you're really just trying to help you run that race with you.
Yeah, very important. Building a team. I know with my team, and one of my guys have been out of town, and I said, when you get back, call me, man, because when you talk about a team, just to add to or piggyback on what you're saying, that team, man, is staying motivated yourself. That your team can even follow your lead. You know what I'm saying? I know my pastor always seemed to be happy, even though things weren't always. But he kept this presence of, it's going to be all right, right? So it encouraged me that no matter where I was, it's always going to be all right, you know. So managing the team, again, as you state, you know, being that leader, man, that would certainly stand out front and having equity in yourself, no doubt. What are your future plans and goals? Go ahead.
When you talk about passion, and a lot of people talk it from a standpoint like you can just go buy it at the store. I think as you adopt your business, so to speak, I consider being in real estate or being an entrepreneur, that needs to be your baby. So similar to how it would be with a child or be in a marriage, it's not Valentine's Day every day. Some days it's really just learning your partner, learning the structure, what's inbounds, what's out of bounds, and having an appetite for that. Like, hey, I want to get better at this every day. I want to learn as much about it as I possibly can. So really I boil a lot of it down to maintaining, and I think you kind of just hit on it a little bit, being able to maintain a healthy curiosity. All of us, or most, you'll see it, well, like most people will treat their business like it's like their New Year's resolution. They get a week or two, maybe 3, but I really think being able to sustain and grow wealth goes to the mindset, but it's also like, what do I do to maintain that healthy curiosity? What do I do to maintain that passion? And that's when you start figuring out that it can't be money, because you're going to accumulate it. So it has to come from somewhere else, and you kind of have to define that.
And again, because I tell people, if you chase money, it'll be hard to catch up because it runs faster than you, right? It runs out quicker than you can get it. And as soon as you get it, it will run out in many cases if you're not smart with an investment, with some strategy, how to do better with it. So one of the things we talk about in the equity in the Las Vegas Valley is we talk about, you know, taking that equity out and doing something with it so that it multiplies on a residual level, right? How to take what I have and multiply it or make it work in like I just closed last week on a deal. They took their HELOC, home equity line of credit, and put it on a $600,000 home. But they kept the other home that they own. So now they have multiple income properties, right? Because they're going to, and the reason I say income properties is because equity grows in the real estate, right? So it becomes income. But they were able to use what they had to increase. They have a small 3-bedroom. Now they got a 28, I think nearly 3,000 square foot home, 5-bedroom with a huge pool. So they took the advantage of using the equity for something smart. And so we want to continue to teach. Now, you talked about something when you did a conference here with us before on some business credit, and not to give away too much from the conference, but give us a little bit of what your thoughts are towards coming with the conference, your angle, not to, just enough to keep them on the edge, because, you know, I want to give them everything today. But if you were to speak a bit to that, what would you give the audience?
I'll tell you this. I have never, from my time in real estate, my time dealing with entrepreneurs, my time out there helping businesses find resources to be able to scale, I've never heard somebody say, "Nah, I'm not interested." When we talk about curiosity, that passion that's needed to run that race as far as creating your own business or creating wealth for yourself, the barriers to entry everywhere else, because all of us want wealth. All of us want to be able to have something to pass down to our kids. We want to experience financial freedom, and we want to wake up and create a life of our own design.
Right.
But how do you do that? That usually gets skipped in the motivational quotes and cliches and posts that you can see. How actually can you do it? And the correlation between the business credit and the real estate was really, okay, I've never met a single person that didn't want to grow a real estate portfolio or buy their first home or open a business. And here lies real estate is the things that you and your wife are teaching folks in Nevada, is they're like, hey, you can go buy a home and use that to create wealth.
Yeah.
And being able to educate folks on that. And I look at business credit as far as being able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. If I walked up to everybody and they had a brown paper bag with money underneath their mattress, everybody would say this is great. But being able to walk up to somebody that doesn't have seed money or doesn't know what business they will want to start, to just be able to help them buy a home and say, hey, this can be the start of you starting to build wealth. And I look at business credit the same way. I kind of attack it from when you're building it, use it to eliminate expenses that you already have. It doesn't have to be an added expense. And I get a serious kick out of debunking a lot of the myths and a lot of the misconceptions people have about it. I can't wait to get to the conference because I got some new stuff. I want to give it all away. And my goal is when people get up to say, hey, I need to go do this right now. I'm bringing that type of information that's immediately actionable. And I can't wait. Can't wait.
Man, we can't wait to listen. I'm working hard out here in Vegas, man. I've got my birthday coming up this week. Tomorrow is actually our bowling event. Yeah, man, I'm gonna be 58, man. I'm so excited. And people said, you know, I don't understand this don't tell your age thing, because most of my homies from where I'm from in South Central LA, I want to say 85% of them are dead. They didn't even make past 30, some 25. Right, so for me to say, I'm 58. I'll be 58 next week. You know, that's, to me, it's man. Listen, from where I come from, that's the reason I say that, because again, I face a lot of opportunities that I could have been gone. Right, even in my idiotic behavior. You know what I'm saying? So coming from the street life, you know, and so God graced me to make it on this side. Praise God, and so I'm always appreciative to share. But yeah, man, we're excited about the conference. We got the birthday tomorrow at the Red Rock. And so we're having it at the same place we're holding the conference. In fact, you'll be staying at the Red Rock. So we're going to post some photos and show you, man, this is phenomenal. We're excited about it. And to have you, brother, again, when you were here, when did we have that conference? You were, what, November? Was it November?
Last September.
September. And man, I enjoyed you immensely, brother. I think you're a wealth of knowledge. Keep that energy, man. And I'm glad to have a brother on another state level that's doing real estate, man. That's you know, everybody has their niche, you know. But you know, there's a place, I can't remember that little town, but they have some real estate. I'm coming to your town to buy some of y'all real estate, man. I'm coming. Cause
well, it's funny. I feel the same way about real estate. Like, Nevada is an excellent place to be with all the infrastructure that you guys got coming. And again, I'll take this quick second to say it's so super important what you and your wife are doing, because I think it's one thing to say, hey man, it's good I know somebody else is doing real estate. You're not just doing real estate.
Mm-hmm.
You're teaching people that look just like us how they can use it. A lot of people don't know how to start a business, but a lot of people can buy a home.
Yep.
So being able to take that time, roll your sleeves up, make it a personal point to help as many people get into a home and show them how they can use getting into a home to achieve a lot of those goals, I think it's a difference. So I couldn't go one more second without you. I feel like you're being modest today. Can't be modest about this stuff. Y'all doing great things. And again, all of us, we're just trying to keep up. And we all need to kind of keep each other pushed like that. Like, how many people can we help?
If I ask you this question, can you talk about a project or an accomplishment that you're particularly proud of? Which accomplishment would that be?
I'll twist it a little bit because it's kind of new. And it's really when I felt like I was starting to get into my lane. Mm-hmm. I'm at a point where I get a real kick out of connecting another company, so a client can come up to me and say, hey, I need an attorney. So being able to say, I know an attorney. I've worked with this attorney. Hey, I'm looking for a piece of property. Yeah, let me get you on the phone with a loan officer that I've worked with.
There you go.
So being able to not only help the people directly affected as far as helping them get into real estate and learn how to use it, but it's a small ecosystem that's supported by us continuing to do our work.
Right.
Loan officers, the buyers, the sellers, the inspectors.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of getting the kick of seeing how all of that works.
Yeah.
And being happy to be a part of it and ultimately start driving it. And I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You probably keep some home inspectors in business.
Oh, man.
You keep some contractors in business.
Oh, yeah.
Just by you and your wife continuing to do your thing. And
oh, yeah.
I felt like I had arrived when it got to that point.
Uh-huh. You know, my daughter was asking me yesterday, Dad, why do you have to have a birthday every year, birthday party every year? And I had my certain reasons. I said, well, and also we were talking, I said, but you know, so many people get paid from what we do. You know, we're talking about when you, as a realtor, you need someone to get pre-approved. You got the lender paid. The lender got them pre-approved. Guess what? We find them a house. Now they open escrow. Who else gets paid from what you've done? The escrow company, right? Then think about it, Marcus. So I had a signing yesterday, the mobile notary. Right? He went to meet the buyer, the seller, to sign the documents. Look how many people get paid off of what you do, right? And this is just, and then you mentioned that the other people, the home inspectors, they make money. Rob must have made at least $1,500 this month on just home inspections with Deville Realty, right? So everybody's making money off what you do, you know. And when you mentioned that, I'm like, yeah, that's right, because we were just talking about it. All the people that make money because I come on the radio and talk about you can. Look like you had a statement.
That's the tangible that we can see with our eyes.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see the bottom line, or your closing statement. You can see who got paid.
Yeah, right.
But again, going back to the interview that you and your wife had, that young man buying that home, and you kind of mentioned it, the first time in the bloodline, the first person to own the home.
Yeah.
The people that he's going to influence.
Yeah.
So it's not just the value and the money as far as keeping that ecosystem.
Yeah.
He got family members that never thought owning a home was possible.
See?
He got friends that never thought owning a home was possible. So they're going to look on the news. They're going to give you guys a call. But it's going to be a lot of people that just walk through his house and say, like, this is dope. I want to do this too.
Yeah.
And like that value in that, and like the chain reaction or the catalyst, or kind of like lighting that flame, you'll look up and inadvertently 5 or 6 other people were able to buy a home, just inspired by being able to see that and see somebody that looks just like them, that go through the rigmarole and all the ups and downs of buying a home. So again, the intrinsic value, the return on investment, even further down the line, is immeasurable.
I certainly agree, man. I've had so many and the other awesome, I think, part about that as well is so we've sold homes for people and they've actually moved away, and then when they come back, we're still in business. They call us back. So to think, you keep building this, repetitive business. It's fun, man, and I think to hear you in Chicago doing the same thing, that's exciting, man. I don't meet a lot of realtors in other states. I network other states, but to be able to personally speak with them on this level, and again, with the Wealth Mindset Conference, man, and what you're bringing, I think it's going to be so phenomenal, because when you spoke at the conference, you didn't talk a lot about real estate. You spoke on a lot of other areas that led to that. And so I'm excited about what you bring, man. I'm telling you. What advice would you give to an aspiring entrepreneur just starting out? What would you tell somebody just starting out?
The thought or the notion that you would be able to kind of roll out and have it figured out. And I say this as to give them grace, and at the same time as a disclaimer. You're not going to figure it out the first time.
Yeah.
A lot of us deal with allowing the concept of owning our business to become really, really overwhelming. So I say it as a pressure relief. You're not going to figure it out. And that's where the healthy curiosity, the healthy passion comes in. Being able to wake up every day and say, okay, I did this yesterday. How do I tinker with it? And being able to be comfortable with getting 1% better every day. And you've seen it. Like, people are worried about what the website looks like, what the logo looks like, and they skip like, hey, do I like what I'm doing? Do I like the people that it allows me to deal with? Do I like the money that it allows me to make, the lifestyle that I'm able to lead? And as we change and our lifestyles change, our businesses are going to take on that same facade. So being able to say that, no, it's a joy to say tomorrow there's going to be a new challenge that I'm able to tackle. And being able to look at your business like that and understand that you created the payoff. So whatever's at the end of that yellow brick road, owning your own business is the one opportunity to take advantage of it. You go to work at a normal job, your employer is going to tell you what a good week was.
Yeah.
Your employer is going to tell you what a good year was. When you empower yourself through entrepreneurship to be able to define that for yourself. So take full advantage of it. Tinker with it to your heart's content. And I think that gets lost, but it's something that somebody should grab onto. Enjoy the fact that you're not going to figure it out tomorrow.
Would you agree in the Chicago area that one of the main things that hurt your business is a secret agent not speaking? I mean, as you stated, many are so concerned about a website and so many other things than getting out, because that's what we see here in Vegas. And again, the wealth mindset is to get people out of that box thinking business is going to come to you. So would you agree getting out of that box, getting out of that space, and talking about what you do?
Yeah, I think it's a two-way street with that. I think it flows through us being able to maintain and understand that that's what our challenge is. I think if you were able to sit down in front of a person in no way, shape, form, or fashion with anybody deny what you and your wife are trying to share and trying to teach, but being able to deal with the objections, the generational curses, and having the motivation to do so, and like being comfortable taking up that mantle. In our profession, you probably know better than anybody the burnout that happens if you don't see the immediate success, not being able to kind of ride the currents that come with real estate, and from clients to us, again, the third-party vendors that we deal with, corralling all of that and being able to keep the focus, that's so difficult. So kind of like taking up that challenge. I would assume in your position that you've seen some of the things I'm talking about, backwards, sideways, forward, about all the different ways and all the different hands that are involved in the cookie jar and the transaction. And like, how you got to kind of keep yourself cool, but keep a healthy vibe with it. That, okay, I want to take on this challenge. And the hardest person I might deal with today is my client. And they break in generational curses by being able to help them own the home for the first time.
Well, when you ask, so what I've got immune to, Marcus, is a no, because what I'm giving you is really to empower you. And so I feel like if you're not willing to take what I'm giving, because I'm giving you today, the federal government in the state of Nevada, we're offering a new program starting today, right? So it'll roll out by starting tomorrow. $29,000 towards your down payment. I'm saying, look, if I could sell your home with no money down, would you buy it? I'm giving you no excuses can you give other than you don't want to be successful. And so you get a little. So most people want to be. You know. And again, this Wealth Mindset Conference is going to be able to put people back in that position in the mindset. Right? And when you come with your platform and the way your angle and your approach, you know, is really going people are going to be wild when they leave this conference. I'm telling you, I see it, man. I'm wild talking to you today. Like, yeah.
I feel like at a certain point, what you do, what I attempt to do, you literally, when it comes to wealth, which I actually believe is measured in time, but we might be dealing with folks that feel like it's measured in money. I feel like you're walking up to people and just saying, here's some money. Yeah. Let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how to use it. And again, that's what got me excited about the conference. Once you named it, as I learned more about you and your wife and what the goal is with it, and how the whole intent is just to empower others, create a sense of community, but not just in a motivational sense. We're talking wealth. So like how we can use it to empower yourself, how you can use it to get some money to create those things. So we can sit there and sit on our knees and sing Kumbaya and walk out of there feeling really fulfilled. But the commitment to say, no, we're going to sit down, we're going to get this information, and I want you to walk out of this conference immediately, go take it, go use it, and see what's possible.
Absolutely. Marcus, man, you have been a wonderful guest today, brother, and I want to commend you for all you're doing in the Chicago area. And by the way, what's your weather like today out there? How's your weather looking?
So you're just going to bring the mood down, huh?
I'm just wondering. I'm just curious because we
gloomy, gray Chicago. We were going, I feel like we were touching people, and you got to bring me down and tell me how gray, and it's 30-degree weather. What is it there? 75, 80.
No. We in the low.
After we get out, you hit the beach after this interview.
We're in the low 50s here. We're in the low 50s, man. I was curious because we got a little sunshine, but not much. But you know, again, brother, you know, we're interviewing you for your knowledge, man, and having you come because your knowledge. I can tell the story over and again, but the way you're going to address the crowd and the way that your level of bringing awareness, nobody could do it like you, Marcus, right? Because that's the gift God gave you and the angle that God gave you to. Because I could talk about it. I've been on radio. This is my 8th year, praise God, right? 8th year radio, 3 radio shows a week. right? Just talking real estate. But I know that I can't speak to it all the time. There needs to be a new voice, and we need to hear from another angle. And I think your angle is impeccable, brother, because you'll speak. And I'm telling you, when I heard you last time when you were here, and my wife mentioned you were here for Bridget's conference, and I mentioned who's that brother? We need to get him when we go to have our conference, and especially our conference. We're having a breakout session, so you're aware we're having the Men's Wealth Conference. We'll be in the man cave, right? So in the man cave, you speaking to nothing but brothers. Not a lady going to be, not even a lady bringing in catering food in our conference. It's a man cave, right? So we going raw, uncut, direct. And so I'm appreciative of you, man, with the angle you come from.
And let me say this: I've been speaking all over the country for at least going on about 10 years now.
Okay.
The subtle tweak, the way you guys are putting this conference together and being able to say, all right, men over here, women over here, because it's different things that we deal with.
Yeah, exactly.
So again, a lot of people try to pigeonhole it, and again, some folks don't have the resources. A lot of times I don't, to be able to really get hyper-focused to the results that come from it.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been in the room. It can be distracting, or people aren't willing to go all the way, or even as a speaker saying, I know these women have specific challenges. Mm-hmm. As a black man, I know the challenges that I go through.
Right.
They're specific to being a black entrepreneur. So the way you guys are kind of like separating it like that so you can hyper-focus. And again, it makes me more excited about the results that should be able to be possible with that.
Yes.
So the black woman goes through different things. A male goes through different things. And you kind of solve a problem before it becomes a problem. And I think that's new and innovative. I haven't seen that. I have not seen it yet. And then have everybody kind of come full circle, a different way to do it. I'm excited.
And this is just the start of many. Again, this is the Wealth Mindset Conference, Las Vegas. We'll be bringing the Wealth Mindset Conference to Chicago, to Atlanta. We'll be bringing it. You know, this is just Las Vegas is the start of great. And I want to keep you in our lineup, right? Because, again, I think the way that you bring and the angle you come from, you know, there's a lot of speakers, brother, but not everyone came from bootstraps. Not everyone came from having to make this, you know, some people had a silver spoon, right? Some people inherit their gift, man, and they just took it from there, right? But like us, man, we come from ground zero. so I'm excited.
I say it all the time. I feel like I'm a byproduct of my mistakes. And a lot of the ignorant stuff I done did, you know, praise God that you're still in a position that the light bulb went off when it did.
That's right.
You go back to having that healthy passion, healthy curiosity, and it allows you to get excited about it. We're like, hey, I picked this life. What we're doing right now is what I envisioned work would be like.
Yeah.
And to be able to say, okay, that was a great interview. That was work for today. And know that you created that and that lifestyle. It helps keep you excited. And then when you see that, like, what's going to drive everything is the network. Same thing in real estate to grow your business, in any business. So you have to have a healthy passion about, like, I want to tell as many people as I can. I want to get better. I don't want my information to be redundant.
Yeah.
So I want to have something new every time I come to one of your conferences. And just so you guys know, y'all stuck with me now. I might change my last name to Deville.
Marcus, before we get out of here, man, tell everyone how they can keep up with you and how they can follow you, brother.
All right, well, first we got to let them know I'm going to be at the conference.
Yeah.
That's the best way to connect with me. But all your socials at the Black Wealth Builder, definitely looking to link up. And if we'll do something special just for the folks and the listeners on your show.
Yeah.
If you go to my socials right now at the Black Wealth Builder, that's Instagram, that's LinkedIn, that's Facebook. And if you just DM me Deville, I got something for you.
There you go.
I got something for you, specifically for your listeners.
Okay. All right. So say that again one more time for the listeners who's writing that down.
At the Black Wealth Builder, TheBlackWealthBuilder. I can spell too, Greg.
Yeah, you good. You good.
So,
you graduated from that one.
Builder, again, across all your socials, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, DM me Deville, and I got a special surprise for you.
Okay. Everybody listening, Marcus Carter is one of our speakers. The Black Wealth Builder will be April 16th in the Man Cave. Brothers, tell your friends, come out. Let's get together. Let's talk about it in the Man Cave. We're going to meet in a general setting in the beginning. We're going to close it out with Dr. Ona Brown. But listen, in the meantime, the Man Cave is going to be smoking. I'm telling you, it's going to be fire, brother. And so at Hot 702.5 FM, we're on the radio live telling everyone, tune in, get ready. Contact us, Marcus. I won't hold you any longer. My engineer gave me a sign, and she told me I got to get out of her studio. So she said, make room for her next show. So listen, brother, I appreciate you and what you bring to the nation, and the fact that you can share your story like nobody else can. And so thank you, brother. We'll look forward to talking to you again. We'll be doing another interview here shortly, within the next month, because we still got a good 50-something days till the conference. So we want to, again, speak to you again. But thank you again for taking time out of your day. And let me publicly thank you for taking time out of April 16th, that day, to be with us, to share your gift and your story and your witty ideas in business entrepreneurship. So thank you, brother. Thank you again. And we'll talk with you real soon. Is that all right?
Yes, sir. And I got to tell you, I'm bringing friends. Everybody that I tell about the Man Cave,
yeah,
the people like, hey, I'm going to Vegas too. So I'm
there you
bringing
go.
folks.
There you go.
So what you and your wife are doing is catching fire.
Right on.
I think sky's the limit with all of that. So
right on.
We're definitely looking forward to it. Everybody I tell is looking forward to it as well. So everybody, learn about it, get your tickets. I think it's going to be mind-blowing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, listen, brother, enjoy yourself out there, man. Have a good time. Keep having fun doing what you do. I know I have fun doing what we do. And so I always know people as entrepreneurs, we have fun. I have fun doing what I'm doing. To give another set of keys, to build some more equity, to help another family, I'm having fun helping families. Right on, man. So listen, have a good day. I'll talk to you real soon. And thank you for taking this time out this afternoon, okay?
Yes, sir. Looking forward to more.
All right. Have a good evening. All right, Las Vegas, we have reached the moment of truth. It's time to get out of here. The engineer said, go on now. Come on, shut that down. So, all right, y'all, look, we are having fun, and it was a great interview. Mr. Marcus Carter, right out of Chicago, Illinois, sharing great information with us and offers a unique lens into wealth building strategies. And so, again, we're excited about to continue to move forward in the Wealth Mindset Conference, April 16th. If you want to be a sponsor, you want to be a part of, go to our website and webpage, wealthmindsetconference.com, wealthmindsetconference.com. Go there. Everything you need to know about contact and joining and signing up is there, wealthmindsetconference.com. All right, we'll talk to you again next Thursday, Las Vegas. Until we then do talk, have a great weekend. Be safe, enjoy, and we'll see you then. Until then, may God's best be yours.
Yeah. Jones. Hey. Greg Deville was at it, man. Hey. If you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams, and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Greg Deville help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help.